Hello friends, what type of petitions you can file in the Honorable Supreme Court of India? The 90% of people file special leave petition under Article 136. SLP can be filed if it's either in civil or in the criminal uh, jurisdiction. And apart from that, there are provisions for you to file a writ petition directly in the Honorable Supreme Court under Article 32 if your fundamental rights are violated. And apart from that, you can, if any of the Honorable Supreme Court's judgments are violated, and that violation is affecting you, like in the judgments of Lalita Kumari versus State of UP, or Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar, or DK Basu versus State of West Bengal, in such kind of scenario, you can directly file a contempt petition in the Honorable Supreme Court by invoking Article 129. And apart from that, if you want any interstate transfer of particular cases, then you can file a transfer petition in the Honorable Supreme Court under Article 139A. And yes, if the Honorable High Court dismisses your any of the civil or criminal cases, and if they are granting you a certificate under Article 134A, that is called the certificate of fitness to appeal in the Honorable Supreme Court of India, then directly you can invoke the articles 132 to 134A, and you can directly file a civil appeal or a criminal appeal instead of Article 136 SLP route. So most of the cases, like the Honorable High Courts, do not grant such kind of certificate of fitness, which has to be on the substantial question of law. What the High Court has to opine is that we are not in a position to adjudicate this matter, and this kind of matter deserves to be addressed by the Honorable Supreme Court of India as far as the substantial question of law is concerned. Then they will grant a certificate of fitness. That is very rare kind of scenario. So these are the things. Number one, SLP route. Number two, you have civil or criminal appeal. Number three, you have writ petition. Number four, you have transfer petition. And if there are any other issues also, you can take the SLP route. So 90% of the cases that are filed in Supreme Court are mostly SLP or only. Alright, for filing an SLP, you need to have a judicial order on hand. That order can be of any court or a tribunal or even High Court. Definitely you can come to the Supreme Court within 90 days and you can challenge them. And yes, if at all the 90 days period is passed away, then you have to give us good reasoning why it has got delayed, and then you can file a condone delay application and request the Honorable Supreme Court to allow your SLP. And if your SLP is admitted, the Honorable Supreme Court will first grant you a leave, and that leave to appeal, that is called. And once that special leave is granted, then your special leave petition's number will be converted into either a civil appeal or a criminal appeal. Then it will be heard at length by the Honorable Supreme Court of India, and they will be adjudicating the matter, and the final judgment will be released. This is how the procedure in the Honorable Supreme Court of India happens. And in order to file this petitions, you need to have an advocate on record who has to sign your petition, number one. And number two, you need to have an authorized clerk. And apart from that, you need to have an arguing advocate or an arguing counsel on your behalf to represent your matter in the best possible way before the Honorable Supreme Court. And the most important thing for success in these petitions in the Honorable Supreme Court is, my dear friends, there is only 1% of success, not even 1%, 1 in 1,000, 0.001%, let us say, 1 in 1,000 cases get admitted. So you have to be always on your toes. So right from the drafting you make and up to the arguments, crisp and very short and sweet arguments before the honorable benches of the Honorable Supreme Court, you can hire the best possible counsels for representation who are very good in arguments. So such kind of thing is a secret for success for winning cases in the Honorable Supreme Court. So my dear friends, that's all for now. Thank you so much.